What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all the jumps, spots, and lines of sight that I know of on every map in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the last of the Ascendance DLC maps, and that is Site 244. Now, since this map has very few spots to share with you guys, I'm going to be mainly talking about the Super Serum streak that is exclusive to just this map, and we're going to be going really in detail with that. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so at the beginning there, I wasn't joking when I said this map has nearly no spots to show you. This is absolutely the worst map in Call of Duty history for this particular series, because there just aren't any good spots that I can show you that I could find. There's a couple little spots that I'm going to share with you, but like I said, we're going to be spending most of the video later on talking about the Super Serum. So the one little line of sight that I found that I thought was going to be a decent spot is to counter the people that are up on top of that area there, but usually only to the left-hand side of that area. So if you come all the way back here, there you go. You get a line of sight. You can crouch right here. You can actually see the guy right through there. And I thought, okay, great. We got a good spot here. Only problem is there's actually an invisible ledge right here, or invisible wall that does not let bullets through at all. So you can see him there, but you can't shoot him there. So it's a useless spot. I just wanted to show you that I did put some work in trying to find spots on this map. It just didn't work out. So the next thing I'm going to show you is probably the most practical thing that I'm going to be able to show you, and that is this ledge right here for capturing the B flag. It takes a little bit to get landed perfectly, but right here for capturing the B flag, if they're coming from that direction, it is great to counter them. And there's another little ledge over here. See if we can just catch it perfectly. Yeah, there you go, like that, to counter the people there while capturing the B flag. It's a great place to to capture that B flag if you've got the time to actually get in position there. A lot of times you'll just get killed trying to jump into the right spot here. So if you can do it quickly, then absolutely I would recommend doing that while capturing the B flag. Now another little spot here, very, very minor and also quite obvious to most people, but I thought it was worth mentioning since there's not much worth mentioning on this map, is you can actually jump on top of this. Like I said, quite obvious, but there is a hardpoint location in here, and a lot of times people aren't looking up in this area. If they're coming around this corner, they're looking here or they're looking over here, and you can easily take them by surprise by being up there. Now finally, the last spot to show you guys before we get into the Super Serum breakdown is by the C flag right here. Great for defending the C flag, or if you just know that enemies are coming through here trying to rush you or something, right here. It's a great spot to take them out. You got a nice line of sight. It's not like super cheap or anything, because they can spray through this and they will still deal some damage through that. And they still can shoot you through here as well. So pretty good spot to defend the C flag from, or just defend against people that are coming from that direction. Alright guys, so now it's time to get into the Super Serum. Now what the Super Serum is, it's sort of the map-based score streak for this. You can only earn this in a care package, and you can only earn this on this particular map. Now, there's been a lot of confusion as to what this actually does for you. It basically makes you a super soldier, and most people know that it does that. But they don't know exactly what perks it gives you and what exactly it does for you. So I'm going to go over everything that it gives you and exactly what it does to you. Let's start off with how long it lasts. It lasts for 1 full minute, and you can die as many times as you want within this minute, as far as I could tell. And it will keep going for that full minute. Now, what does it do for you? Well, it gives you almost all of the perks. It's probably easier for me to list which perks you don't get, but I'm going to go ahead and be thorough and list every perk that I was able to confirm that you get. So in Tier 1, you get Lightweight, Low Profile, Flak Jacket, and Overcharge, and I wasn't able to confirm whether or not you get Danger Close. I'm going to assume that you probably do get it, but I really don't know about Danger Close, because that's a little bit difficult to test. In Tier 2, you get Blind Eye, Cold Blooded, Gung Ho, and Fast Hands. And finally, in Tier 3, you get Hardwired, Toughness, and Scavenger. So the perks that you don't get are Blast Suppressor, which I found a little bit surprising, but I think that's sort of a balancing thing, so you don't get Blast Suppressor. So you do want to be a little bit careful when you are using the Super Serum. Be a little bit cautious about your boosts and everything, even though you are kind of a super soldier, so it doesn't matter too much. But if you're trying to stay off the radar, then don't boost around. As for peripherals, you don't get peripherals either, because obviously you don't get a mini-map while you're Super Serum. And this is another balancing thing that I like that they didn't include. I like that you don't have your mini-map. You actually don't have any heads-up display at all. And I was unable to confirm whether you have Hardline or Danger Close. I don't know if you have hardline or not. I kind of feel like you don't have hardline, and I kind of have a feeling that you do have danger close, but both of these are a little bit difficult to test while using the super serum. As for the other little extras that it gives you, first off, it gives you a trophy system that seems to be unlimited. I fired like 5 or 6 different grenades and stun grenades, and even a stinger missile or 2 at a guy that was super serumed, and everything was just deflected. This also will deflect missile strikes that are controlled by the player, but not the homing missile strikes. It's kind of interesting how that works. So if you have one of those missile strikes with the module that allows you to fire the extra rockets and those ones lock on target on their own, those ones will still hit the person that is super serumed, but they won't do very much damage to him because of that flak jacket effect. But if you are controlling, like the missile that you're actually controlling and you're guiding down to the ground, his trophy system will block that missile, so you don't want to try and target him with that particular missile. Also, another cool effect that I think is maybe a little bit on the overpowered side, because there is no counter that I could find to this, you can see people through walls like threat detection. So you can see them through all of the walls in the map, no problem. And as far as we could tell, Boom and I tested this for a little while, there is no way to counter this. Low profile does not counter this. Cold-blooded does not counter this. There is nothing in the game that counters this. So no matter what, he's going to see you through those walls. So you're pretty much screwed as soon as somebody is super serumed. Because the last thing we're going to talk about is the health. And this is the part that I find a little bit frustrating. I think it's powerful enough as is, and I don't think it needed this much of a health boost. But as far as I could test, this was according to my tests personally, the health boost is right around 433 or 435 points of damage to kill one of these super serum guys. Now, keep in mind the normal health is 100 points of damage that you can take. This is more than 4 times the amount of damage before dying. And that is absolutely insane in my mind. So this thing is a little bit on the overpowered side, but I have one great counter to kill these guys. And is the most effective way to kill the guys that are super serumed. It might be a little difficult sometimes, but it's the most effective way. And that is boost slamming. So because he has his trophy system up that will block all of your missiles, I initially thought it was going to be rockets. It would be the best way to take this guy out, but your rockets do nothing to him because his trophy system simply destroys the rockets. As for shooting him with a gun, he's got 4 times the amount of health that you have, or more than 4 times the amount of health, so you're going to lose that gunfight. You can, however, kill him with a single boost slam, which is very, very effective. Now, these boost slams, you do have to have a little bit of height to it. If you don't get enough height to your boost slam, it won't do enough damage to kill in one hit. But if you do get the height advantage on him, and you do get a solid boost slam where you make a direct hit on him, he will die in 1 boost slam, which is pretty incredible because he can't even die in 1 punch. I think it takes 4 or 5 punches to kill a guy that's super serum. So absolutely the most effective way is to boost slam him. And the second most effective way that I found was to use the XS1 Vulcan. Because it seems like he has absolutely no resistance to the XS1 Vulcan. Because it's not an explosive, so Flak Jacket doesn't protect him. And his trophy system doesn't protect him. And also his extra health means next to nothing because that XS1 does an insane amount of damage within its radius. So it kills a person that is super serumed almost instantly. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Maps Exposed. We should be covering the brand new DLC pack as soon as it comes out. I'm going to get on it as fast as possible. I'm not going to let it sit for as long as I did with the Ascendance DLC. I'm going to try to get really on top of it for Maps Exposed and have all of those episodes done within the first week or maybe 2 weeks. If you enjoyed the episode, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.